Hey, welcome to Luke and Rocco's Demo Garage, Episode 1. Today we're going to be talking about Ground2Cloud and Docker, maybe a little bit. Maybe not, we'll see. Oh boy. Today we're going to be talking about Ground2Cloud. So to get started, everyone should know where to find the actual repo in Cloud Elements where we're holding our on-prem connector tool, Petite because of the tightrope walker, Philippe Petit. Anyway, so just to get started, you can read through here and check out any of these docs that might be helpful. Prereqs for this are Node, or if you want Docker, but as we're going to cover Docker in a later video, probably Node's the easy way to go. So install Node, install npm, make sure you're all set. As soon as you are, it's as easy as npm install globally cloud elements-petite. This is going to put that package, this repo essentially, in your global npm folder. So you can use this handy dandy command line tool to do all kinds of things. Most importantly, starting and stopping your Ground2Cloud clients. So here we go. This is SQL Pro. You guys are probably familiar with that, which we've currently connected, but we'll just go ahead and hop in to see what that looks like. I'm going to look at the edit the configs here. So essentially this is connected to that Docker image, right? I found that the authentication works really both ways, but all I've got is my local host, my username and password for that, and the database name. And that's all we need there to connect to our database locally. So the next step, obviously, is to get this up and running through our Ground2Cloud service and reconnect via the cloud service, and then get into Cloud Elements platform as well. Okay, so you've got Node installed, you've got npm installed, you've got Petite client installed. You're going to want to first init this, which all that's going to do is provide a default config file, which we can then build off of. I've actually already manipulated this one to show this port here, but this is only a template anyway. This is not pointing to any actual registered Ground2Cloud clients, so this doesn't really matter. It's when we register new ones, we're going to create a specific config file. We can then manipulate that, and that's how we're going to handle all this stuff. So our next step is to register a Ground2Cloud client with the Ground2Cloud server. So that's just going to point us to the default server settings, which we want it to because we're going to use the Ground2Cloud server that Cloud Elements is running, and then we're going to change it to make sure that we're hitting the right local server. Okay, so all I'm going to do is start with Petite client register. This is going to create a new registration on both the server and here locally. So now I can actually get in and we'll go to my tenants folder. And this is the ID up here that we just got of our registration ID. And we're going to go in here. There's going to be a config folder in here. We can look and see. Go to the config folder, edit that. So this by default is by looking at our local host. Because I know that according to Docker, we're running this image on localhost 1433. That's the server that I want Ground2Cloud to expose to Cloud Elements Live. So I'm going to put in 1433 and save that. Now all we need to do is check to make sure that nothing's running, obviously, with our status command. And now we can go ahead and start this. Now I've got a few other clients running already, so we should probably see all of those when we go back and hit our status. So we're seeing a whole bunch. The important one for us is that one that started with 0 that we just saw, which we also will now see we've got an ID and a port for and an endpoint. So now we're basically done. This is running live. This endpoint is exposing our tunnel to our local machine at this particular port. If this was some kind of web service, we could just go to this endpoint and see whatever was running locally on our local server that we just changed in the registration folder or in the configuration file. But in this case, we actually have a SQL server there, so we're going to need to utilize the port number as well. So let's hop back into SQL Pro. Let's connect to a brand new service here. We're going to call this Ground2Cloud SQL Server. And the server name is going to be, did I get all that right? Just kind of missed a 4. Okay, we're going to leave the authentication as it is. I know what my password is. Oh, we have to add the port number, obviously, which is this. This is a really secure username and password. And I'm going to add the database because I have a particular database called SE Demos. Do that, save it, and boom, we're connected. So I'm going to grab this, and we should see something basically identical. Jersey leads. Hey, what do you know? Same data set, same stuff. Awesome. All right, so the finish line is just ahead. All we're going to do is hop in here, back to Cloud Elements. We're going to go to SQL Server, authenticate, and do this exact same way. Luke's local MySQL Server. Same way we just did. We've got server endpoint, a database, which is going to be our database host, along with our port, because this is not a web server. Make sure we're connecting it to the actual database. Database name, SE Demos, username, and password. And we should be able to create an instance. Boom. Here we go. We should get our discovery. What do you know? There's our leads. We can do a get on this. Try that out. And here we go. There's all our data. Awesome. Hope you guys liked it. Rocco took off on us, so it's just wrapping up here at Luke's Demo Garage. Stay tuned for some of the extra features, like how to get this cool Docker container running so that you can run stuff like a Microsoft server on your Mac. Cool. Talk to you guys later.